Hello everybody, this is Yorkta from Adamu, and we're here to share this exciting new package for you. Yes, we're doing something a little different today. We are speaking to all our audiences. If you can remember, in the beginning of this year, we started by talking about goals and goal setting. We've done a few sessions where we taught how to set goals and how to plan. So it's not just about setting the goal, it's setting a goal that is achievable. Just check our blog. The link will be there in the description. Check and read through. Let's just go straight to what we have. So we have a freebie for you. We'll be giving away our planner. It's a very wonderful planner, so I hope you stick around to see what it looks like. Without so much further ado, let's just get to setting our goals. Okay, so like we said, like we found, like you read on the blog, a goal is something you want to do, and it all begins with our values. So what are values? Values are what we find important, the things that are important. Are you someone who values your family? Are you someone who values career? Are you someone who values education or faith? Anything. Just what you value, something that is important to you. Now, when you align your goals to your values, you have a higher chance of success because our goals are the things that drive us to success. Since we're doing a practical class now, so let's say my values are family and hard work. Now, you write your values down. You just get somewhere and you write it down. So we have designed this page for you to use for setting your goals. So we are going to show you how to use this. It's just a simple page. It has your goals, it has a space for your values, and then the steps. This is the tool you need to set your goals. So start off by writing the dates, and then you write your values. What are your values? So let's say, like I said, I value family and hard work. You write values and hard work. Now, the first thing you need to do is to think about all the things you want to achieve. What are the things you want to achieve? Now, find a sheet of paper, a rough sheet of paper, and just write everything down. Write as much as you want, all the things you think you want to get, and just write it down. Now, remember, what are goals? A goal that's achievable is a SMART goal, meaning it's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's realistic, and time-bound. So let's say this is the list I have. I want to increase sales. I want to increase the number of subscribers. I want to improve my speech. I want to enrich the content of my social media. I want to enhance engagement on social media. I want to connect more with friends and family. Now, these goals, are okay, but they are not really specific because you're just saying you want to increase sales, but how are you increasing the sales? So you have to list it down. You think of alternatives, a better way to write this particular goal to make it more achievable is like this. So let's get that out of the way and have this. So let's say I want to increase my sales by 40%. Let's see. Focus. Okay. So I would like to increase my sales by 40%. What basically this means is, okay, yes, let's say you make 10,000 Naira sales per year, per month or per week, and now you want to increase it by 40%. That means every week you'd want to have 10,000 plus an additional 40%, which is 4,000. So that's, you want to make 14,000 every week this time around. So you have specified what you want. Then you want to increase the number of subscribers by 500. So maybe you currently have 500 and you want to have 1,000. So you need 500 to get the 1,000. Now, before it said, I just want to improve speech. There are a lot of things you can do to improve your speech. There is maybe to talk better, your fluency, or the choice of words, or things like that. But eloquence is about speaking correctly and your pronunciation correctly. So you want to do something like that, so it's specific. It's the eloquence you're trying to work on. Then make posts that my audience will engage. What sort of engagement? So I want my audience to be able to comment when I make a post. I want to see comments. I want to have them share the post. So you see, this is specific. Then I want to speak with family and friends at least once every week, rather than saying just to connect more with friends and family. So these goals are specific and they're clear. What you do is to now write them down on the sheet. So here we have the values. Okay, I said value family and hard work. And then we have all these goals now seated. Now I've tried to arrange them according to, I kind of group them. So maybe this is a grouping for business. So let's say this is business. And I will come down here and say this is personal. Kind of, to kind of give it a grouping. If you'd see there are like 3 places, you could add more. Now, so what next? What next? You've written down your goals. So the next step says what? You add a time frame. Remember, goals are time bound. So you have to add a time frame now. You want to increase your sales by 40%, but by when? Okay, I want it to start the beginning of, by beginning of next month. So let's say by ending of this month. So we're in February, so I'll say by end of February. So you now have a date. So you know that this is goal number 1. You want to increase sales by 40% by end of February. Now, increase the number of subscribers by 500. Let's say, okay, maybe to be more realistic, let's say, okay, 500 subscribers. Oh, okay, let me give myself a month and say by end. So this is 2, and this would now be by end of March. So we've given this a time. Now, make engaging posts. We want posts for people to comment. This is the 3rd. You want people to comment. You want people to share. How about I want this to just start next week? Like by next week. I just want the engaging posts to just start immediately. Just like, this is what I want next week. Then let's come to the personal. I want to improve on my eloquence. Since this is something that has to do with, I might not really know when I want this, but I would really want to improve my eloquence and say, at least before the first quarter of this year, it's done. I've done something so that by the next quarter, and then the next quarter is like when? January, February, March, April. So let's say by April. So then the 5th one is to speak with family and friends at least once every week. We could just say, yeah, that's starting next week. All right, so now we have the things we want to achieve. We've put the times on them, and then let's move on. Now, align each goal to your value. So our value is what? Family and hard work. Let's be sure that all this ties around with family and hard work. Okay, you want to increase sales. Yeah, that looks like something that I have to work hard on. Increase my number of subscribers. I have to work hard. Make engaging posts. Yeah, hard work. Then improve on my eloquence. Yeah, family and friends. It looks like, because when you speak better, it's hard work and as well as family. Everybody likes to be associated with someone who does well. Then speak with family and friends has to do with family. So yeah, I think all these goals align with my values. Now, next thing is to rearrange this in order of importance or time or priority. Now, if you look at it, if you look at it, it's already time set. We have things for next week. We have this for next week, and we have this for next week. So 3 and 5 is next week, and then we have something for end of February is next, and we have something for March, and then we have some April. So you could rearrange them. So let's say okay, next week we have engaging posts. And so we could decide, okay, I really value family, so I think number 5 should become my number 1. So let's say this I could call number 1, and then the next one that's by next week is this one. Yeah, so make engaging post becomes number 2, and then this is number 3, and then this becomes number 4, and then this becomes number 5. So you've kind of like moved it around, so you know it's like a guideline, you know where you're going to. Now you select 3 at most. I would say select 1 so that you can focus on one. Most times when you're able to focus on one thing, you do better. But if you want to take more than 1, go ahead, but don't let him get more than 2. And then you just write it. What's goal number 1? What's goal number 2? What's goal number 3? And then you write them down. So now you have said most important goal. This doesn't mean that the other ones are not going to be done. No, they're still here. This is yours to keep. You'd come back to it later. So write them down. So let's come to this section here that says steps. Now, goal number 1, we've already said is what? Here, we want to speak. So it's for family and friends. So family and friends. So we know that number 1 is for family and friends. And number 2 here is engaging posts. So therefore our posts. Yeah. And then number 3 is for our increase in sales. So this is for sales. So now I know when I'm looking at these sheets that I want to focus on my family and friends, my relationship with family and friends. I want to improve on my posts, make them more engaging, and I want to increase my sales by 40%. So now this is just steps. What are the steps I need to do? So when I say engage or connect with family and friends, speak with them. So maybe I would say I could call, I could text. So these are basically the things you could do to achieve this. Okay, for post, I could add pictures to my post so that I'm not just using posts that are boring, maybe, and what sort of pictures, like maybe get professional pictures. So I would look for a way to take professional pictures, and maybe, okay, I would want to do what again? I would like to add maybe some audio to my post and things like that. So these are the things that you need to do to get to this. How about sales? Maybe what do I want to do? Do I want to give a promo? Do I want to probably talk about maybe change the branding or the packaging? Branding or packaging of the product. Maybe you sell something and you're thinking, okay, yeah, let's think about the branding, the packaging, or should I say, should I increase my marketing, work on marketing? So this is a place that you sit down and you kind of brainstorm on all the steps you need. Kind of think about it like, okay, what are the things that I need? So this is where you're going to break down these steps. Now, before you get so deep into this, think about it. How do I know that I am achieving this? Because this is where it comes out to be, if it's attainable or achievable. Do you have something that you can use to measure your goals? For example, let's say goal number 2, which says, I want to have engaging posts. One way I could know that I'm engaging is, yes, I probably make posts and nobody ever comments, or maybe 1 or 2 comments and that's all. But now I want to have 5 comments at least, or 10 comments at the minimum. So you now have to define your benchmark. You have to create your measure, your ruler that will tell you are on track. So for example, I want to have maybe minimum of 10 comments and maybe 20 shares, kind of. Okay, so there has to be something. So you could have multiple things. So you just think about them. What are the things? So sales, of course, sales, you start seeing it's the increase in the increase of money. So you actually, for a goal to be achievable, there has to be something that shows you are getting there. Now, the next step is to just what? You start walking. You find out from the steps, break it down into chunks. What do I need to get? What do I need to do? You research. You go online, you ask people who are more, who have more knowledge about it. You read, you try out some things, and you come back. Now, this, like I said, is yours. So you always come back to it to check. You have to come back, look at it. Now, think of all the possible challenges. What are the things that can stop me from getting this? Okay, what are the things that can, let's say, professional pictures. I maybe cannot afford to hire a professional photographer. Now, think of an alternative. Should I learn how to take pictures on my own? That's an option. So think about all the possible challenges, and then you walk towards that. Then you adjust your strategy so that you stay on track. Don't get discouraged when something happens, and always come back to check your progress. We also designed this. It's a tracker that you can use to track your goals. So basically what you just do is, your steps 1, 2, 3, and then this is for goal 1, this is for mini goal 2. So basically the friends and family goes 1, and then the sales comes to 3, and then your post comes as mini goal 2, and then you take, what are the actions? These are like action. This is what you should do, like your to-do. You have a little place to tick the ones you've done, kind of just to keep you on track, to make sure you don't think. So like I said, we have these 2 tools and a planner that we're giving away, a PDF. So to get the planner and the tracker, it's a simple thing. All you have to do is just subscribe to our YouTube channel and send us your email, and then we'll mail it to you. This is what the planner looks like. It's actually, well, cool. You have the calendar. You see the whole year from January to December. Then you have the monthly page. Each page has a space for you to write down something, take notes or something. And then you have a place for more notes taking. This is a place you can even write your steps for the month, the steps from your goal settings. After you figure out your steps, you can have them, next to you. Have it on your table, have it somewhere. You can print it on a smaller size. And then we've added notable dates. Sometimes, especially for those who are business owners, it would be nice to know the kind of events that are coming up the year. Some people have been using this and they've been having positive feedback, like, okay, this is February and the events you have for February. Okay, this is March. These are some of the things that are happening in March. We have April, we have May, okay, quickly June, July, let's see, this is the August, September, October, November, and December. So this is something that a lot of people who have started to use are so excited to use. So like I said, to get this, just make sure you subscribe to our channel, and then send us your email, and then we'll post it to you. And then you should also write down in the comments what you want us to talk about for our next video, and probably tell us how you're using the planner, how you're using the goal planner, as well as the calendar, as well as the year planner and the goal planner. Let's find out what you're using so that we see how we could probably tweak it better, make it even better. Let us know your thoughts and suggestions, and thank you very much. My name is Yawakta, and it was a pleasure being with you today. Don't forget, stay safe and be good.